If you've ever accepted a job offer without negotiating, you just cost yourself an average of $50,000 over your career. And if you think that sounds crazy, here's what's even crazier: 90% of people make this exact same mistake, leaving life-changing money on the table every single time they switch jobs. Welcome back to Cashflow Kingdom, where we break down personal finance in a way that actually makes sense. I'm your host, and today we're diving into the single biggest financial mistake most people make in their careers, and more importantly, how you can avoid it. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to negotiate your salary like a pro and potentially add thousands to your paycheck starting with your very next job. Let's start with some math that might shock you. When you don't negotiate your starting salary, you're not just missing out on a few extra dollars per month. Every raise you get in the future is based on that lower starting point. So if you could have started at $60,000 instead of $55,000, and you get a 3% raise each year, that $5,000 difference compounds dramatically. Over a 30-year career, we're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars in lost earnings. This is why salary negotiation isn't just about getting more money now, it's about setting yourself up for financial success for decades to come. Yet most people are so afraid of seeming greedy or losing the job offer that they accept whatever number is thrown at them first. So why don't people negotiate? The biggest reason is fear. Fear of seeming ungrateful, fear of losing the offer, fear of being seen as greedy. But here's the thing: employers expect negotiation. In fact, many hiring managers actually budget for it. They often make an initial offer knowing there's room to go higher. When you don't negotiate, you're not being polite, you're actually leaving money that was already allocated for you on the table. Another huge mistake is not knowing your market value. You can't negotiate effectively if you don't know what people in similar roles are actually earning. Many people base their salary expectations on outdated information or what they think sounds reasonable, rather than doing the research to find out what they're actually worth in today's market. Before you even think about negotiating, you need to do your homework. Start with salary research websites like Glassdoor, PayScale, and Salary.com, but don't stop there. These sites give you a baseline, but the real gold is in networking. Reach out to people in similar roles at similar companies. Join industry groups on LinkedIn. Most people are surprisingly willing to share salary information if you approach them respectfully. Also, consider the total compensation package, not just base salary. Benefits, stock options, vacation time, remote work flexibility, all of these have monetary value. Sometimes a company can't budge on salary but has room to negotiate on other benefits that might be worth even more to you. The key is to know exactly what the market rate is for your skills and experience before you walk into any negotiation. If you're finding these salary negotiation tips helpful, make sure to subscribe for new money tips every Tuesday. We're always dropping practical advice to help you build your financial confidence. Timing is everything in salary negotiation, and most people get this completely wrong. The best time to negotiate is after you've received a job offer but before you've accepted it. This is when you have the most leverage. They want you, but you haven't committed yet. Never negotiate salary during the initial interview process. Wait until they're ready to make you an offer. If they ask about salary expectations early on, deflect politely by saying something like, "I'm more interested in finding the right fit first, but I'm sure we can work out fair compensation." When you do get that offer, don't accept immediately, even if it's great. Take at least 24 hours to consider it. This shows you're thoughtful and also gives you time to prepare your counteroffer. Remember, negotiation isn't just for new jobs. You should also be having salary conversations with your current employer regularly. Here's a script that works every time: "Thank you so much for the offer. I'm really excited about the opportunity. Based on my research and experience, I was hoping we could discuss the salary. The market rate for this position seems to be in the range of X to Y, and given my specific experience with Z, I was hoping we could start at the higher end of that range." Notice what this script does: it's grateful, it's based on research, and it ties your request to specific value you bring. Never just ask for more money without justification. If they can't meet your number, don't just give up. Ask about other benefits, or see if there's room for a salary review in 6 months. The key is to keep the conversation collaborative, not confrontational. You're working together to find a solution that works for both of you. Let's talk about the biggest mistakes that can torpedo your negotiation. First, never give a range when they ask for salary expectations. If you say 40 to 50,000, guess which end of that range they'll focus on? Instead, give a specific number based on your research. Second, don't make it personal. Saying you need more money because of your student loans or mortgage isn't compelling. Focus on the value you bring to the company. Third, don't negotiate via email unless you have to. Phone calls or in-person conversations are much more effective. And finally, never accept a counteroffer from your current employer without carefully considering why they only offered you more money when you were about to leave. Sometimes it's genuine, but often it's a short-term fix to a long-term problem. Smart negotiators know that salary is just one piece of the puzzle. If a company can't budge on base pay, there are tons of other valuable benefits you can negotiate. Extra vacation days, flexible work arrangements, professional development budget, stock options, signing bonus, or even something as simple as a better job title that helps your career long-term. I once knew someone who couldn't get a salary increase but negotiated to work from home 2 days a week, which saved them $300 a month in commuting costs and gave them 10 hours of their life back each week. That's worth way more than a small salary bump. The key is to think creatively about what would be valuable to you personally. Remember, this isn't financial advice. Everyone's situation is different, but understanding your total compensation package is crucial for making informed career decisions. Here's the bottom line: salary negotiation isn't about being greedy or difficult. It's about recognizing your value and advocating for yourself professionally. Remember, the worst they can say is no, and most of the time they'll respect you more for asking. Start doing your salary research now, even if you're not job hunting, so you're prepared when the opportunity comes. What's your biggest fear about salary negotiation? Drop it in the comments below. I read every single one and often turn your questions into future videos. Don't forget to like this video if it helped you out, and check out this next video where we talk about the best side hustles to boost your income while you're working on climbing that salary ladder. I'll see you in the next one.